we hear explosion, we know what's up.
Yep.
I hear you guys. Oh, there you are.
Right.
Hey, how you doing? Right this way?
We only came here 3 times to pay taxes, and that's it.
Oh, yeah, I feel that. I like this separation. It gives all right, easy. All right, perfect. Hey, Tilly, you still here? All right. Okay. Did something happen with weed in the last 24 hours?
Wait, is that a me question?
Yeah, like so let me tell you what's going on, and I'm just gonna shoot
right.
straight. I wasn't expecting to have a weed meeting, and I was given a choice of having a meeting with Pigeon and Vinny, or giving you guys a call, and I decided on this. Look, the state was paying about $800,000 every 7 days, for like substance abuse. In the last 8 hours, it went from 800,000. Well, in the last, about 8 hours since my election, it went from 800,000 to 4 million. So please tell me something has happened that can make sense. By the way, whatever is spoken about in here, it remains between us. But if I don't,
You sure it's specific to weed?
it could literally be anything. Like it could be moonshine.
I don't think anything has changed with weed. Not that I'm aware of.
Y'all fuck with moonshine?
Yeah. Yep. I go
Dabble a bit.
Yeah. A
Dabble here and there. Little dibble dabble.
Are people like selling more weed all of a sudden in the last 8 hours? Like, are people like let me tell you why I'm so concerned. If I don't figure this out, taxes need to double and everyone's paychecks need to go to zero, because I want to point this out. It's $4 million in 8 hours. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Okay. In the last 8 hours, the only thing that I can... Okay, see, it still doesn't make sense, though. I mean, listen, I'll tell you, okay, in the last... but it's not 8 hours, though. It's the last, like... Oh, wait. Actually, yeah, this morning is the first time. Okay, so there's a new drug coming into town.
But there's no way in one day.
Oh, yeah,
There's no way.
Yeah, but
also, I don't know if you noticed, there's more people around. That means there's more people.
There was. Corners. Yeah, there was.
No, there still is.
But the census says 244 million people in Los Santos.
Last I saw was 250. And
wait, isn't that what it was before?
No.
Oh,
I don't think so.
It was 250. Yeah, it was 250.
Yeah, it was 400 though. You're right. Like yesterday. Oh no, 2 days ago.
Yesterday hit about 300.
Why do I remember two somewhere in the 220s?
But even then, what's your name? Sorry. Suspenders.
It's Brian.
Oh, okay.
Brian Barker.
Okay.
Not to be confused with Ryan Parker.
Okay. So that's a really fair point, but even if you were to double, let's say the seats on the train, that doesn't account for 800,000 going to 4 million in a span of 8 hours over a 7-day period, right? So just to make sure I'm like explaining this, because you know, you guys can't see that little paperwork.
I get what that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, which means at that particular rate, we're gonna be, the city's gonna be like negative like 50 million in debt, which means that the only way to circumvent that is literally rip materials, like max out, something might be fucked. But
The only thing
sounds
that's
like it
changed,
is.
the only
Yeah.
thing that's been different in the last 8 hours is a new drug coming into town. But
There's no way in that time.
but yeah,
There's
no,
no
listen,
way.
listen. But not only is it so bad, this new drug, that like I'm talking about only one crew got access to this drug, and they're only
Looking
able
at the paperwork.
to get 2 cooks in.
Do you think they've sold any of it?
No, they can't. It's like some. Were you around back in the day when it came to meth stuff? You know about the meth stuff back in the day?
Yeah, I'm the OG meth cook. Me and
So
sis.
yeah,
I
it's similar
lost
to
my
meth
family
stuff.
over it until we yeah,
Well, it's similar to meth stuff.
fucking
there's
CIA,
like,
you know.
oh, no, no. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. No, sorry.
No, you could.
Anyways, yeah. But anyways, so there's people are able to access tables now and stuff like that, and only one crew is able to buy a table. And sorry, when it comes to tables, there's really dog shit quality product out there right now. Like,
Can I ask
where
what it
know.
is?
Fentanyl.
Wait, hold on. Hey, Flipper, what if we didn't consider something?
Hmm.
What if weed is laced with it?
Yeah.
Huh.
There's a fentanyl epidemic, and the PD wants fast cars.
I mean, isn't that easy to solve? All the people who want fentanyl die from an overdose, and then there's no problem. And fast car, buy them a $50,000 tailgater and put lights and sirens. Problem solved.
Yeah, I know, right? What if we just give the cops fentanyl and then they just fucking die? You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well,
sound of
fucking like, just because like they say with fentanyl, like if you even have like a pebble size of it touch your skin, that can kill you.
Wait,
Oh yeah,
I have an idea. We lace Ozempic with fentanyl.
Oh my god, that'd kill like 80% of the city.
That's what I'm saying.
Holy shit.
Okay, Flipper.
that.
What about people being able to do stuff outside of their normal area?
Yeah, you see, that was my first thought process, but that's been like that for like 2 or 3 days, and I can't imagine.
Could you explain what
No.
that means? So
Well,
I'm gonna re-clarify. Like, listen, this is like a us conversation. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
another crew comes in here, even like this conversation never happened.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that Ryan's talking about, I think is what I originally thought, but I don't think this is the answer. Right now when it comes to weed stuff, most crews are set to areas that they like to push in, right? But there's something different now where I feel like anyone in the whole city could sell.
Oh,
They could only sell in certain areas.
like outside of like blocks.
Well, the thing is, like for me, for example, I'm only able to sell in Mirror Park, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where that's my block. That's where I sell. But with something that happened recently, if I want to, like, let's say I wasn't in a certain app, my crew, and I wanted to go sell somewhere else, I can sell somewhere else. Just the weed guy would tell me where he wants me to sell. so everyone could sell. That you just can't sell where you want to. He tells you where he wants you to sell.
Oh. Is it literally anyone can do it? Or
Literally
like
anyone.
Oh, so there's probably way more weed sellers than there was like last week.
But at the same time, I don't think that's the answer at all. If I'm being
Okay.
honest.
Well, but Flipper, if you think about it, if this has only been a thing that changed drastically in the past 8 hours, what if it took people a few days, once people could start doing that, to even source stuff to sell?
If that many more people were selling, I feel like a lot of people would be selling in Mirror Park, and we haven't seen anyone selling in Mirror Park.
Yeah. I would also presume that even if people could sell, I imagine if it's that recent, I can't imagine production would have, like tripled overnight. You know what I mean?
Bro, people were selling so much weed a few months ago, and like barely anyone's pushing now compared to a few months ago. There's just no way.
I actually think you're underestimating what people can throw out there.
People are lazy though. The people don't have like a lot of.
People are lazy until it comes to money.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
That's a good point.
But do you think it's 4 mil worth in 8 hours though?
No, but I also can't think it's fentanyl in that period of time.
So I'll be transparent about something, is that I can track specifically, there's 3 things I'm able to track. General substance abuse services and rehabilitation. Number 2 is local alcohol abuse, so which is probably like moonshine sales. And then local fentanyl abuse services. So while it is possible that the, Secret Service who's getting all this information for me, it's possible that Secret Service is just miscategorizing like fentanyl, right? And putting like documenting it under local substance abuse. But even then, like you said, if it's not been sold, then oh my God, we're at negative. We were at 10 million positive. We're now at negative 1 million. Jesus fucking Christ. So I agree that there's probably some other factors happening, and it's probably not just fentanyl.
What does it tell you for the fentanyl stuff?
$0.
I'll be honest, I think it's $0.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, but what if weed is getting laced with it and it sells for a premium?
Yeah.
Now I don't even know if that's a thing. I don't.
Yeah.
But for there to be that drastic of a difference, that would be crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I'm leaning towards the answer is all of the above. The bookkeeping might be off. There might be more weed sales. There may be some fentanyl uptick, and it's like the combination of all of these things.
Because I can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Unless somebody with access to a lot of weed also got like a not so hot area to sell weed and are just doing it completely uncontested. But even then, like that's a massive amount.
Yeah. I'm gonna
the crazy amount. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna, you know what? I think after this conversation, I think it's gotta be bad bookkeeping. Because as I'm like thinking this out, if you can't even sell fentanyl yet and it's only one group, well then when there's 5 groups and you can sell it, what is it gonna be, like negative $1 billion a day? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the most logical answer. I gotta go call up Secret Service.
About that.
Mhm.
You said that like $4 million amount that was for specific to the just like local drug abuse, not the alcohol or anything.
Correct. So, whoa, wait, it just turned red. Wait, oh my God. Wait, what the hell's?
Maybe it's updating.
Wait, is Alex Ron back from vacation?
No.
We need him.
Don't ever say that out loud.
We do, because I think Secret Service is tapped in, because as we're talking about this sheet just turned red. Like I don't know if that's normal. It's like blinking red now. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Uh-oh.
Did the number go up?
Yeah, I did a little bit. So, to answer your question, Ryan, I mean, Brian, I mean, whatever.
It's all right. It can't between us. Hold on. It's Ryan. Don't tell anyone.
Oh,
though.
shit. Yeah, no, of course.
He's undercover.
We're here to talk about fruit.
Exactly.
All
right, go on. Sorry.
So the way that I'm able to look at this, I can cycle the approximate state stats for the last 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. So the window of the stats are in the last 7 days, right? When I looked at that yesterday, we were at $9.5 million, right? Positive.
Uh-huh.
And the local substance abuse was at, I'd say, less than 800,000 at the time. And then 8 hours later, it's now at 4.2 million.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So something would have happened in that window, and it would have had to be extremely drastic. And what I'm thinking is maybe the Secret Service is live training its employees, and they fucked up. I think they added a zero.
You think they added a zero?
I think they must have, because like there's no fucking shot, right? Like I don't even think we can.
So you're saying your calculation is based on? Did you say the last 7 days?
Correct.
What if it's not like exactly 7 days from? Does it show the date period?
No.
What
But
if it's like the prior 7 days and then it only updates when it hits a full 7 days after?
no, I'm seeing it tick like every
Oh.
30 minutes. Yeah. So it's like the window is moving every 30 minutes.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So like if this was a graph, it would be very steady, and then it would like go like at a, yeah, at like an 85-degree angle.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't think anything has changed in a way that would justify less than 800 to over 4 million in the same time. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I agree.
That makes no sense
Okay.
at all.
This is good. This is good. I think I'm happy. I obviously the numbers look bad, but I think after speaking with you guys, I think it's just an accounting error.
Yeah.
But hopefully,
must be.
because everyone's gonna, if the state went broke and couldn't pay nobody, oh my, you just got in office, they'd hate you.
Well, they already are, because apparently it's like a kindergartner used to work on this. It's this entire thing. If you were to ignore this, I'm gonna spit something for you. You ready for this, Flippy?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm able to provide subsidies based on the type of commercial building. So in theory, if someone who thought about this for a little bit looked at it, they would have passed legislation where you can only get your business approved, or you can only buy commercial property if you had a business approved. If you had that in place, you could effectively make it so that farmers are working out of very specific buildings. People that need Bitcoin are working out of specific buildings. And then if, let's say, you wanted to, get cheaper Bitcoin, the government could literally subsidize it, pulling money from the police department and all these other civilians and pumping it into Bitcoin production.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But none of that was touched. So there's a lot of shit you can do with this. It just, so there may be some things coming. And actually, let me ask you this. I am contemplating retroactively passing legislation. I'm not saying I'm going to do this. I want your honest opinion. Retroactively passing legislation that requires a business for certain commercial property types.
I thought that's what we did already. I mean, not everybody, but isn't that what you guys did, Ryan?
Well, no, because what happened was you could buy the properties, then the business licenses came out, then mine kind of got approved, but not really, because then the mayor's phone got stolen, and then I was told I had to agree, no felonies, all that stuff, and then the mayor, I don't know what happened to the mayor, but then they never responded, and I didn't get my business approved because of it, even though he said
You're
it was
the
approved.
Hydra Farms, right?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. I just don't think they were doing anything. There's only been 14 businesses that have improved, 46 that are in queue, and that does not include the ones that timed out.
Oh, mine
Yeah.
was done at the very beginning, so it's probably going to time out.
Yeah, I see it at the. I'm seeing it at the top. Hydra Agriculture.
So I got shafted by whoever stole his phone because I responded 2 hours after he texted me saying, as long as I approve to be a supplier, not a producer. I thought I was a producer, but apparently I'm a supplier. And that I agree to not be a felony and have no felony employees. It was approved. And I said, I agree. And then the person said, fuck off, because their phone got stolen. And it was
Jesus
never
Christ.
revisited after that. It's all right. I'm not too worried about it. But
Well,
the thing is, people could buy all those properties before anything got put in place.
yeah, and more properties have been opening up and getting scooped. So what I'm contemplating, and I want your honest opinion on this, because this is actually a little psychotic and evil, but it's for the greater good. If I were to pass legislation that requires that commercial properties have a number one, adhere to the property type, right? So farmers are in, the right building, buck coins in the right whatever. And number two, they have a business proposal that's passed. I give a 30-day window for people to adhere. If they do not adhere, the state is going to take now this is the evil part. The state is going to give them a bond. Let's say you bought a property for $250,000, like original price. Even if it's $800,000, that person who didn't get approval, the random dude who's running G6 and has like a ERP building or whatever the fuck they might be doing with it, they're going to get a $250,000 bond from the government. In other words, they don't get their money back. We just seize the fucking property. That opens up a bunch of commercial properties. That property then goes up for the grabs for $250,000. So what would be happening is it's an exchange of properties back to business owners that have a reason for it. Now you might be like, Nino, what the fuck are you talking about? You gonna about to fuck me in the ass? Well, listen, I know who put me in office. I'm sure there's properties that you guys want and need. All right. And some people should get first dibs for it. Ones that may have been taken by people that don't really need that shit. In turn, y'all put your computers in the right property types. And then they get subsidized. So whatever your cost is for Buttcoin goes dramatically down.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When it comes to us, bro, this is
Go
even
with
me
the flow.
flexing. I ain't even flexing, bro. We're so goddamn filthy rich. Nothing you do, like, nothing that's
Okay,
you do that's
so you're saying it's
logical
probably
ain't
not
gonna fuck
worth
us.
it. Okay. All right.
I mean,
I'm saying
you
Hydra
might shaft a
specifically.
lot of other people.
You're gonna
like,
fuck over a lot of people, but Hydra, we're so chilling. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So nothing you do is gonna really change anything that will affect us in any way.
You will upset
Okay,
a lot
good.
of people because their grow operations are coming to a halt.
Well, no,
That might
because
upset 'em.
so to that point, because that's a good point, right? Is that people that have the big grow operations probably voted for me. I'd be wanting to move them into bigger facilities and then subsidizing them.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be people that are gonna be upset about it, but I mean, I think in the future
So-
it would be kind of cool.
You
Yeah.
say bigger
the end goal.
facilities, but there is other things to consider. Like right now, it would be a little difficult to incentivize someone who already has everything set up to move.
That's a really good point. You're right. It's probably not worth
There's
the.
a lot to consider in each property, especially when it comes to planting stuff, specific stuff. Each property's a little different, you know? You got to figure things out.
Oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying
You start
every
moving
building has its own temperature and
Yep. Yep. You
okay.
got to
All
figure
right.
it all
You know
out.
what? Thank you. This is why is these are very productive meetings. I needed this after yesterday. Oh my god. All right, thank you, Ryan. We're gonna scrap this entire thing.
All right.
All right. I'm glad I brought it up.
Any question,
See,
you
that's
let
kind
me
of the
know.
part. I didn't go into detail, but that's kind of the part I meant where like we're rich as hell, bro. We could go buy 10 warehouses right now, and we'll have one warehouse for everything we need. But some people could barely afford one or two warehouses. So
Yeah,
It's
that shit
true.
would fuck over a lot of people.
that makes sense. All right, we're gonna scrap that entire thing. I think the benefit is very small compared to the side effects.
Yeah, a lot of people would definitely get upset.
So, well, y'all
Lot
been
of
very
people,
helpful to
for
me.
sure.
Let me ask you, what is it that you need from the mayor's office? What are your biggest gripes at the moment?
Well, now that you asked, you know, a tuner strat. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's just a J.
That's
It's just a
actually
J.
that's actually on our agenda.
Oh my.
So one of my promises is to give a fresh coat of paint to every civilian job, and one of the things I'm going to be pitching is, let's say you race, right? You got the high
Mhm.
performance car. Right now, you're really going in and getting repairs. You know, I want to give these mechanics afford the mechanics the ability to, let's say, tighten your wheels. You know, realign your wheels, do like little maintenance to it, and if you're maintaining it, you get a little bit more to it. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
So
I like
something
that.
that's a bit of a like easy lift that gives mechanics something more, and those that are a little bit more like less grindy about their racing, you know, and more like about their car, like, you know, getting their oil change and all that, they're gonna benefit over those that don't give a fuck. So
That makes sense. I like that. I like that a lot.
yeah. So
Yeah, honestly, no, I just want things to be more accessible that we used to have back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, hit me. What would you like?
Well, one, I think you already said this, so I'm just saying it just for the sake of saying it. Weed being legalized, bro. Just
Oh,
I
it's
don't want
being
no
written right now.
fucking- Good, because like,
My
even if it's just, like,
attorney
3, 4,
is
5
making-
joints, I don't care, bro. You know?
Yep. Yep. So it's getting written right now. We're gonna try to submit it tomorrow. In Los Santos County, 5 joints or less is gonna be legal.
Wait, does that mean I need to jump on the opportunity to be another supplier, or would I be a producer? How I do that?
You should think in advance of this, as I am looking to license 3 dispensaries by the end of the month. Obviously, I've got other things that I got to tackle first, like these small problems, like legalizing weed, like the stop and go back, etc., etc. But I do want to give out 3 dispensary licenses. There'll be 3 for producers of weed, which is going to be it will be taxed, mind you, but it will be legal to grow. And it is going to have some, like, you know, regulations, because it's going to be a source of money for the state. But you're going to be able to make that shit and then sell it to 3 separate dispensaries. And those dispensaries, you can go there, you can buy your weed, up to 5 joints. I want to make it so those dispensaries aren't just like, you know, you go in there and you buy like a fucking, you know, like they're like a fucking local just selling it. I want it to be like a hookah bar or something that like makes people want to go there and not just do a transaction. You know what I mean? So,
That's genius.
yeah, hell yeah.
That's genius.
Yep. Well,
You did bring up a thing with all the properties being scooped up. People who want to get into it who don't already have a property are going to get shafted.
yeah, that is true. So that's another thing that I got to work out. I want to get some bare minimum on real estate regulation, because I just genuinely do not like the fact that, you know, someone can wake up, buy a bunch of shit, put it up for 3x. I think that fucks over people. So how I tackle that is probably going to be by conversing with the state first, but you know, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I hate that shit.
might get them to lock out all Los Santos properties and put it up for the mayor to release the properties for sale. So that then opens up
What if
avenues.
you auctioned it?
Exactly. So if the mayor's office can release properties for sale, then we can do things like auctions. We can do things like, you know, get a real estate guy and say, these are your 5 properties. Go and do your, real estate shit, right? We can experiment with different ideas on how to sell properties a different way. So
That'd be a great idea.
yep. So
I'm looking forward to this. This is gonna be good.
oh yeah. I want to be an office that says yes and provides more, like you said, Flippy, like more than just the transactional shit that's happening right now.
You want to know what else I think is what's mind-boggling? Why I cannot seem to find any is armor. You know what's crazy to me? This is a way the state can make money, and even like when I originally pitched this idea is PD. Why is it that armor, like the PD was so down horrendously for so long? Why the fuck can we not work with someone to buy armor? It ain't illegal, bro.
Yeah, I think the issue is that PD armor has like serial numbers and all that. So I think if it was like it was before, you could in theory do what you're saying.
They didn't have serial numbers. When they didn't have serial numbers,
that would have been good.
They didn't do it.
Yeah,
they could have made so much money.
Agreed. I would have probably had like, if it was like before, I would have had like G6 transport, like I don't know, like 50 of them to like a a person that runs a shop that sells shit like that.
Yeah, my thing is the DOJ always be talking about like, hey, we're making these fines expensive because you motherfuckers keep robbing cops. Well, why not find a way where you guys can make just as much money, if not more, from us by just selling us armors legally? And we'll pay a good amount of money. I guarantee you, the fucking government, the city, the fucking cops, anyone, whoever you want to make money is going to make a lot of money off of it.
I think the problem is I'll give you there's the other side of the coin, right? There's like how we're thinking, right? But there's another segment of the population that has a very different way of looking at things, and I think they were bringing pressure down. I'll give you an example. I was down doing, as I was campaigning, I met these people that were fishing. I went to go talk to them, and I mentioned, hey, I actually want to legislate the ability for private medical practice so veteran doctors can have their own private clinic. And, so if people need, and they can decide how they want to go about it. Like, they could help someone out that might have gotten shot up, but that's their prerogative, right? And the immediate response by a doctor was, one doctor, I don't think she represents the rest, was, well, that's bad. People are going to abuse it. They're going to get shot up by cops and then go over there. And like, that's so bad. They might sell IFAKs illegally. And I'm like, bruh, like, that's what the cop, like, okay. And like, like, if they choose to do something illegal with the tools they got, that's why there's police. Like, so I think there's a lot of that pressure, and that same pressure is what resulted in those things. It's like, oh my God, what if, Flippy gets his hand on armor, we can't kill him anymore.
But I think Flippy brings up a good point. Like, people would pay good money. I'm not kidding. I bet they would pay anywhere from 25 to 50 grand.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna work that angle. I think I like that. What other than armor, what else? I'm writing this down, by the way.
Armor alone is already priced around what the fines are, right? Like the fine for an armor getting caught with is like 23K. So people already are thinking armor is around that price. Just
I was told you can manufacture it. Is that not the case?
The only way you could get armor is through a fucking job, and this job only comes around every 2 weeks. And then it's only 6 armors that you can access. So we're talking about 6 new armors come available every single 2 weeks.
Oh, so inherently it's not there.
Yes, and the crazy thing is, my gang is getting most of these. So for me myself, bro, we're chilling. I'm rocking armor every damn day. I'm good, but I don't know how other people live, bro. I don't know how other people manage. Because when I had no access to armors, it's fucking depressing.
That is okay. I've got this jotted down. Obviously, some of this is out of my direct control,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I want to make sure I'm like, what I'm doing is I'm kind of like collating common pain points by different circles, and using that to like, you know, propose things up to the feds. So, all right, easy, gentlemen. I appreciate the
It's
time.
about time.
This has been very very helpful, and do not hesitate to like ring me up if there's anything that's like comes up that's like pressing you may have forgotten today, or like, you know, 2 weeks from now you're like, oh shit, this is really an issue. I like hearing the feedback. It helps me do my job right, you know.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. All right.
Listen, don't listen to people out here complain. They got money. Everybody got money.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me, I've been having to slam my dick down quite a bit, but in the last, oh my god, it hasn't even been 24 hours. But
Yeah, I mean, people definitely got money, bro. People just don't want to spend their money when they have when they, like, man, people do crazy things
Yeah.
to save a couple dollars.
oh, trust me, I've seen it.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
You know what you could probably get by with? You could probably up the taxes on new cars, because I think the advertised price is included with tax. People wouldn't
Really?
even know. I'm pretty sure it is. Before, I know it used to not be, but I'm pretty sure I paid like 49 grand, which was the advertised price for the tailgater.
Yeah, I may do that anyways. Between us, Andy ain't around for the weekend, so like I was thinking about like then just being like, hey, I don't know what Blaine cutting about.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not gonna open that door, because then, you know what I'm saying, like I don't want to be the one
You
that
just
starts
got
that.
started, bro. You just got started. At least wait a couple weeks.
Don't touch too many buttons.
Listen, it's
Careful.
already started. 2 hours in, and there was almost a civil war over interceptors. Yeah, yeah.